going on, everyone? It's Rick. Today I'm bringing you along. This is my natural bedding bin. I'm going to go ahead and harvest this side and then add some more fresh bedding and check out the feeding area. I missed this one about 2 weeks ago. I ended up working a traffic signal that got knocked down, and I was out there for, it was a total of 23 hours. But we got it back up and running. So that's why I missed the other feeding. I had a couple people asking me where I was. Unfortunately, it was work related. So when I got home, it was almost 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. I was able to take a little nap, then head back to work. Then when I came home, I just passed out and went to sleep. So I'll go ahead and harvest this, bring you guys along, show you how I'm doing it. So I have this kind of smaller bus pan. I don't think it's going to fit great, but definitely better than the large mortar tray. And then I can just start moving these castings over. Basically what I'm going to do is just do it kind of slow, a scoop at a time, and as long as there's no worms, I'll just keep going. If there are cocoons in here, I'm fine with that. Like, there's a worm, so I'll just move him back under. I am okay if I get some worms and some cocoons, because this is just going into a holding tote, so then I can use it in the spring. So as I've kind of said in the past, the moisture hangs out real low on these totes because they have grooves, and that's where when I'm digging real low, I'm finding some worms way down there, so I'm not going to go any deeper on that. And like I said, there's a couple worms in here. I'm going to end up picking through a little bit off camera. I don't mind a few worms getting into the castings, like I said, to keep working them over. There we go. I'm kind of happy with that. And then when I pick the worms out, I can just put them in this little container and then bring them back into the bin. Ooh. So, because I felt bad that I wasn't getting in here for like 2 weeks, I ended up putting some pumpkin in here. And that was just last week, so there should still be a decent amount of worm activity going on. May not, there's a piece of the pumpkin flesh. Man, the comfrey is very stringy. So, corn cob. Well, I'm going to give this a good mixing. Looks like they are ready for food, so we'll get into it. As I said before, I'm going to definitely get under here and knock up all these grooves. Any castings, any worms, they're coming up today. Man, just Nice little pockets of worms and leaves, and they're just having a ball. And I like to see it. Look at that, bunch of little worms, bunch of bigger worms. Yeah, this bin has definitely turned out to be one of my more favorite bins. Really can process a lot of leaves and a lot of food scraps. Yeah, nice plump little worms. Okay, so I'm very happy with that. I have to grab some bedding for them, and I'll be right back. And definitely with all these castings, this is holding on to the moisture really well, and that's what worms really enjoy too. So it's got great moisture, and like I said, these leaves, they really enjoy the leaves and the food scraps. Well, definitely trying something different. There's a big clump I'm gonna have to break up and maybe put on top. Putting those leaves at the bottom where the worms end up traveling underneath, and see if this does anything different. We'll make a nice little pocket for the feeding. So for Christmas, we ended up having my brother up, and we had some asparagus. Well, I guess I should say it was pre-Christmas. He was up for my birthday and to celebrate Christmas. But he's back home now, and actually today's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas if you celebrate. He brought a whole bunch of these peeled bananas that were in his freezer, so the worms are getting that as a nice treat. And then he hooked me up with some more pulp from his juicer. And I think he brought like 3 bags up for me, so that was cool. I want to break these leaves up just a little bit because they were a little matted. Put some right over that feeding area for them. Come over top with a little bit of the ground up eggshells. I go ahead and make deviled eggs when we go over to visit family, so I will have anywhere from 12 to 14 more eggshells to grind up for grit. This here's a little azomite powder. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to give them a little bit of the worm chow. Just consists of expired oats, flour, cornmeal, and a little bit of ground up eggshells. Well, they got a nice Christmas present, getting some castings removed, getting a bunch of fresh bedding added, and a nice large feeding. This should definitely hold them off for the next 2 weeks. And as I said, hopefully everybody has happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. If you guys don't celebrate anything, have a great day anyway. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop it down in the comments. Thanks for coming along, checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.